is my pleasure to say kia ora to the voice, the man behind that track, Enough is Enough, Tiki Taane. Welcome back to Newstalk ZB.
Kia ora, Danny. How are you, mate?
I am absolutely well, and
awesome.
Craig Dunn. Now, Craig, before I even introduce you, I've heard a rumour that you are a stuntman, and please don't throw me around or bounce me or punch me or hurt me or do anything like that, because I'm getting old and I'm getting soft. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm getting a bit old and soft now too, but yeah, I still do it.
Look, guys, thanks for taking time out of your day. Now, look, I caught Campbell live last night, and I was pretty well shaken up, to be honest. I know there's dog fighting out there, and I'm a dog owner, and my dog's been in fights, and other dogs have hung off it, and you know there's some silly owners out there that don't realise what they're getting as a dog. But I was blown away to find out that there's actually an industry in dog fighting in New Zealand.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same for me. That's been the hardest thing for me, to sit on this concept and this project for 2 years. Paw Justice came and got hold of me 2 years ago and said,
2 years?
Yeah, and pretty much 2 years ago, and said, hey, look, Tiki, this is going on. We'd like to, you know, can you be involved and stuff? And this is where the whole music video and single kind of came about. So it was a really, really hard thing to sit on for that long and find out about what's been going on, and especially how they use, you know, the bait dogs and the stealing dogs to use as bait for the prize dogs. You know, I mean, that's really people's family pets and stuff being used in this brutal and really violent blood sport, I guess. Yeah. If
maybe we should take the cover off the studio camera so people can go online. Look at this. My face is screwed up. I'm looking sad. I tell you. I mean, I watched those particularly women last night, but us blokes get affected as well when your pet disappears. You get a bit heartbroken because it's part of the family, but to think it might be stolen to order to be literally ripped to bits by a dog it defies any sort of human thought.
Yeah, it's horrific.
It is uncomprehendable. You know, you've got a family pet, 1 minute, and the next thing you know, it's been taken to water, and then you don't know where it's going to end up.
How did you get involved?
I was tipped off. Somebody contacted me about the dog fighting. They'd been ripped off in it and exposed how it was done, and I was pretty much flabbergasted. I knew dog fighting existed, but not to the extent of where they were running trucks up and down the motorway, basically having IP cameras inside the trucks, sort of a live feed, so you can be watching anywhere in the world, and there was and the money is pretty big.
Okay, well, just tell me about this, because last night when you said there's trucks running up and down the motor, I sort of went, what are the trucks running up? They doesn't look like cattle trucks full of dogs. It can't be. You're telling me these trucks are specially built?
Yep, so basically you're looking like a 2-ton truck, or it can be a small van, and they put fans inside them. So basically the fans keep the dog cool, and so they can fight for longer. And so that...
Hang on a minute. Just slow down. There's a lot of information here.
Yeah.
So they put a couple of dogs in these vans, let them loose, and I'm assuming they drive up and down the motorway so no one can hear the noise and the cacophony of what's going on.
That's correct.
And they just rip each other to bits on camera?
Yep.
Oh.
That's brutal. Absolutely brutal.
I mean, a dog fight could go on for... Oh, I mean, I've seen a dog that has been injured, hit by a car, and they survive some horrendous injuries. How long do these fights go for?
They can go up to be an hour and a half to 2 hours. They can scrap it up for.
And people pay to watch this?
People pay to watch it.
Tell me how that works.
Basically, they bet on it. So basically the stream, if you're wherever you are, and you'll get whether you're inside the group and get a text message, or you get a live connection to the internet, and then basically you're streamed with the dog fight to it.
So hang on, no disrespect to David Tour and you guys out there that box, but you know, Cameron and all you guys, but you know, you can pay your $24 to watch a boxing match or a tournament, or there's something else happening. You know, you actually buy time on Sky or wherever, Sky Sport or whatever, you pay. Is it like that? I mean,
It's exactly
you subscribe
like
and you pay your $20 to what?
And then the IP address disappears, and then that's it until the next one comes. And it's basically, they are like boxers. They are basically, when the dog gets ready to fight, they put it in a keep, which is basically about 6 to 8 weeks out before they get ready to fight, and they start dehydrating it down, lessening its food, and so the skin becomes really tight on them, so the dog can't actually get onto the skin correctly. And so when they basically get ready for the fight, and then they put them into the ring.
Oh, and one of them will die?
9 times out of 10, one of them will be killed.
Now, so if you're listening and you're a dog owner, you'll understand why I'm feeling not very pleasant about this. But you may have lost a dog. You may have witnessed this. You may have heard this. We want to take some calls. 0800 80 10 80. Now Tiki, in terms of you were a young fella when you were first exposed to this. Yeah. Not that you're not a young fella now. Sorry, you were a younger fellow.
Thanks, yeah. I was about 14 years old when I first found out about rolling or dog fighting. I have a family member whose partner at the time was into basically grooming dogs to fight. And I knew these dogs when they were just little wee puppies, and they were cute and happy, harmless little puppies. But once they had their first roll and got the taste for it, they and by no fault of their own, they just turned into very violent, aggressive, scary animals. And that was my experience of it. And fortunately that guy's no longer in my life or my family's life, and he was involved in some other heavy stuff as well, which eventually he ended up going to jail, and of course I had to testify against them. So it was a really full on time back then, and this is why for me, when Paw Justice came and hit me up about it, it was like, okay, well, this is something that's pretty close to home. And and here we are 2 years later on release day today with the song, the video, and trying to get the word out there and just letting people know that this is going on, and trying to expose this any way we can. Enough
is enough. It's the track. Look, you can see it at newstalkzb.co.nz. Go and have a look on our website. It's on my Facebook page, Danny Watson Afternoons. You can also download it. Go and have a look at iTunes. Go to Amplifier. Now, when people download it, is there money involved, and where's that going? What's happening with it?
For sure. It's usually about $1.80, and after, of course, iTunes always take their little cut. 100% of what's left over goes to Paw Justice, which Craig and the boys will use to rehabilitate the dogs, rehome dogs.
We pretty much put it into our campaigns of what we do. We have we work with kids' education. We have our pet food bank, especially with Christchurch on the earthquake. We've sent down 70 tonne of pet food to Christchurch.
Wow, that's so cool.
And fed families and fed shelters down there for a year. So, we really try and get out there in our community and try and help with these projects. And when I was sort of told about the dog incident and fighting dogs, that's when we want to investigate this more, and how can we help New Zealanders and wake up and the rest of the world. It's a major problem around the world.